Hey, what is up everybody, Bladecifer here, and today for you guys another video of Black Clover Mobile. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the quickest way to pretty much get up you guys' talent trees here. I know you guys have been really waiting on that, and so this is going to be an updated amount for that here, as well as some of the best teams here that you could possibly be using to actually farm these guys as high as possible. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. The support so far on the channel has been absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to continue just doing more vids for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Alright, so talents, as we do know, are one of the few things that make the world go round, especially when it comes to getting extra perks for your characters. So if we go ahead and take a good look at my girl Mimosa here, I actually ended up getting her talents up first here because mainly she is absolutely nice to have some extra little heals on her while also being able to defend herself. Now with these talents here, you are of course able to get different different little perks that will really help you out. So for example, with her, you'd more likely want to use something, at least with these two here, being able to at least get yourself some increased damage dealt, or even some other things here that can actually boost up your CC quite a lot while benefiting your gameplay. Now talents themselves will be absolutely necessary in the future, even with now here, whether it's CC boosting and things like that. But the issue with it is, how do you farm these guys efficiently, as well as why you should be farming these guys and what team should you be using. So inside of the video today, we're going to be covering all of that, of course, in which we're going to immediately start off. To get these talents here, or get them in general unlocked here, you're going to need to do a few things. So if we go ahead and take a look at our Yami here, we have no talents on him, and the main things that you're going to need are these two things here, which is going to be the normal attack seeds, or defense / or HP ones there, and then you're going to need the rare ones. Now to get these materials, of course, you need to go ahead and go to Ice Cavern here, which Ice Cavern are going to have these three for you to actually clear. Now, since we want to go ahead and focus on more of the attack side, seeing a lot more people have blue teams built, this is what we're going to be covering in today's video. Now, there are going to be, of course, talent teams each dedicated to different ones in their subslots in different videos, so surely do pay attention to that when those drop. All right, so going into this one here, especially if you want to use your at least things efficiently to fully unlock an entire circle of your talents here, one of the few things you would like to go ahead and do is try to at least get past, I want to say, number 6 or 7. Main reasoning for this is because if you're able to get past 6, you're unlocking at least both of these at one time. But if you're at least able to get 7, you're able to at least get one of these carve stones, which are very much so needed. Now the reason why I say this is probably the best time to farm for people who are a little bit lower is because for only, I think, about 1,200 to 1,300 stamina, you're actually able to complete an entire circle while doing the lower stages here. Now, this is of course based off a little bit of RNG factor, in which can go a little bit sideways sometimes. And depending on, of course, how good your RNG is, it will at least tell you whether you'll finish the whole circle or whether you'll be missing only one talent plate here in order to finish said whole circle here. Now, if you want more of course, a guaranteed clear, you could very well go ahead and grind at least 12 through 14. The main reason I say at least 12 through 14 is because they have a higher RNG rate, 1, and 2, they give you every last one of these stones. So if we go ahead and go down 1, you can see one of the stones are missing, and all of these stones are actually kind of necessary. So if you're at least doing 12 through 15 here, you're going to be able to not only stack up on a lot more of these rare attack talent seeds here, but also stack up on a ton of these level 1 normal attack talent seeds here. With that in mind, of course, we're all going to need, of course, a team to do so. So after doing countless testing and checking out at least the RNG factor, you can get actually some very interesting RNG, where even the lowest amount of rates will actually help you complete an entire circle. Now with this in mind, the amount of stamina that it's going to take for a person who's at least 12 through 14, expect to at least use around 900 or 1,000 stamina in order to complete this. Now, of course, if you're a person who is way lower and you only need you're like only around like 6 through 8 or 6 through 9 here, it may be a little bit wiser to farm these, although you're going to have to use at least an extra 300 stamina, so 1,300 stamina or 1,200 stamina with RNG factors in there. You still will complete a whole circle. But if you're of course on the higher end, completing a whole circle is going to be way easier, ranging from 900 stamina all the way to 1,000 stamina with low RNG factors and high RNG factors. So keep this surely in mind. All right, so the team that we're going to be going over in this video is going to be the blue team here, in which for the blue team, you could actually use a few things here. One of the teams that I've been currently running is this one right here, where you could use, of course, Charmy in here for the heals, have a nice attacker being at least your Yami here, with our man Lotus and Mars together, mainly to hold that taunt and keep up that nice defense. Now, of course, with this in mind, you do have to realize that you're going to need a ton, and I mean a ton of gear in order to actually live through a lot of this stuff here. I would say UR is pretty good gear to actually live through this stage, but the only issue is you need to have some really good heals on Charmy. So the higher magic attack you have on her, the easier this stage is definitely going to be. Now, of course, for some of the people who are trying to not run mono teams, I would highly advise using the mono team. And that's mainly because it makes the dungeon a little bit easier while you also tank a little bit more. Using teams that is just a mixture or a hybrid, even if it's just not even green units, you will actually take more damage and suffer a lot more than rather using a hybrid, or at least using a mono team. And let's say you don't have at least Mars, or let's say you don't have Mars. Well, you could very well swap in Charmy inside of this team here if you wanted, not Charmy, sorry, Soul inside of the team if you really wanted to have an actual nice defender. And if you don't even have Soul, in which is pretty much a discounted Mars here, you could very well try to blitz the stage itself. But if you're going to blitz the stage, I would actually recommend Fauna as well, because then you have your double attackers here dealing a ton of damage while also having the burn stacks that Fauna provides and having nice heals and debuffs. Now, do remember these guys do pack a huge punch, so if your damage is not on point, especially for the higher ranking areas here, it can be a little bit detrimental to you. All right, so those two teams could fairly work. And if, let's say, you don't have Fauna or you don't have Yami, but you have the rest of this team, you very well could use our man Solid, or you could use the man himself, Ghosh, as well. Both of them are absolute amazing units that could be possibly used in here. The only issue is, as they are SRs, they're at least their stats are a little bit lower than a regular SSR. So surely do keep that in mind and try your hardest to have the best gear on them as possible, seeing that since they're an SR with lower at least overall stats here, it is going to take them going above and beyond in order to deal the damage that an SSR could possibly end up doing. But all right, you guys, that is for the at least power section here. We're going to have a video for both the technique and synth section as well for you guys fairly soon. Your boy got to get back to work actually, so I had to record this for you guys because I know a lot of you wanted this and pretty much wanted an easier way to complete this. But as a refresher, that was the best teams that you could possibly be running. If you do want to go ahead and complete an entire circle or your entire talents, be sure to go ahead and do as I said, in which you would end up trying to farm 6 through 8 or at least 7 through 9 in order to get the best RNG factors on the lower scale for most people, ranging from at least 1,000 to 1,300 stamina. And then for the people who have higher tier, or at least higher gear and stuff like that, who can do the higher stages, of course, if you go ahead and do 14 through 15 or 12 through 15 itself, you're actually able to complete an entire circle here for at least 900 to at least 1,000 stamina here. So without further ado, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button beforehand. Consider subscribing if you are new. I do daily Black Clover mobile videos, and we're only going to keep going from here. But till then, peace out and have a nice day.